very good morning and warm hello to all dear students. In last session, we tried to have a particular confidence that yes, accounts is not a very tough subject. Means when we are dealing with money, somewhere we are connected with accounts. When we are keeping records of it, the amount we received, the amount we paid. Again somewhere the subject accounts is connected, and we, or can say you, the students, are dealing with such transactions since long. Yes, since long I am saying. Means maybe possible since when you are in standard 5th or 7th or somewhat like that. Even some of you may help your parents, like going to nearby grocery shop and buy something which is the requirement. Mama gave a list, and with the bag you went there, you ordered all that things, grocery, normal day-to-day need. That grocery shop owner said that this much amount. Say he said 450 rupees. You give a currency note of 500, get back 50 rupees, came to home. Now how this 450 comes? Say different items like noodles, like chocolates. Yeah, obviously when you are going there, you are going to fulfill your own wish. Like say rice or groundnut oil, whatever may be the things daily need. But he gave a list that this 100 rupees, this 150 rupees, this 500, 400 rupees, 40 rupees, whatever it may be. But total comes to 450, and then he gave 50 rupees back to you. So indirectly you maintain records. Indirectly we can say this is a transaction connected with accounts somewhere. Okay. So from the examples, yesterday we tried to understand that accounts is not a big issue. It's very easy. Now, in theories, we have so many topics. We have so many topics in chapter 1. Accounting and its terminologies. But because, see, the topics are, yesterday we cleared introduction, means how the account is worked, why account is needed. As we discussed, we cannot remember so many things. So many things. See, if your papa is doing a job somewhere, if your parents are doing a job somewhere, he or she is getting salary as income. So once in a month they are earning income. No need to remember it. Because of two things. One, it happened once in a month. Second, the amount is fixed. Okay, say they are receiving salary of 50,000. Let's take an example. But do you think throughout the month we are going to pay for one item only? No. We are going to spend that 50,000 throughout the month in so many matters, like house rent, if rented house is there, like electricity bill, like phone recharge. These are the government dues, or grocery bill, vegetable, milk, fruit, stationery items, sometimes shoppings, sometimes taking gift for an occasion of birthday or wedding or something like that. So many places we used to spend 1,000, 5,000, 500, 200, like that. At the end of the month, let's say out of that 50,000, on hand, we are having 3,000. Indirectly, can we say we spent 47,000? Yes, because 50,000 we received, 3,000 we are on hand. So the balance, that is 47,000, we spent during the entire month. But the most important thing is how we spent that 47,000, where we spent. Is it possible to remember everything orally? Is it possible to recollect all the data? That how much we spent on second date, how much we spent on 8th date, for which purpose? No. Even for me also it's not possible. And so, written record, yesterday we read these words, written record is required in a specific format to represent somewhere. Yeah, in taxation, in other government departments, it is needed. And that's why when we are using the word accounting, that indirectly says, yesterday we discussed about that meaning, definition given by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. Over there we use 3 words, and the first word was recording. We have written records. Second was classifying. Only to record is not enough. We have to classify the transactions that we are going to learn afterwards. Then summarizing. After classification, we have to make some summaries. Okay? Yesterday, in last session, we learned these 2 topics. Is there any issue? Good. If no issues there. Now, in book, they give you characteristics, they give you objectives, they give you advantages, they give you limitations, they give you users of accounting information and so many other things. But what we personally believe, these all are not the matters which should be discussed in one web platform. Yes, online video lectures is obviously one web platform. If I delivered all that things, that these are the advantages and these are the characteristics and these are the objectives, and then for you people, it becomes a boring lecture. That sir is saying everything which is already given in the textbook. See, it does not mean we are not going to teach. Yes, we are going to. But when two-way lecture will happen. Okay? So interactive lecture is possible. We can communicate. I can ask some questions to you people. You can also ask. Everything is possible and can make such lectures informative, such lectures interactive, such lectures interesting. Okay? Now, for a while, we are going to continue with one of the most important topic, terminology. In last session, what is terminology? That we discussed. Terminology means some specific word used for that specific subject. Okay? Yesterday I gave you the example of water. Yeah, while studying we used to write H2O. But demanding at home, we used to say Pani aapone. So that is a common word. Water, jal, pani. But while studying, we can't use that word. We have to use H2O. In the same way, while studying, while representing accounting data, you have to use specific words. પૈસાથી ધંધો ચાલુ કર્યો. We started our business with money. Not the correct way to represent the information. What we have to use? Yes, we have to use the word capital. So capital is a terminology. Means special word used for accounting. Okay? So many terminologies given to you. You are going to learn each and every, but with so many beautiful ways, with some offer. Yes, nowadays no festival is going to come, so I can't give you festival offer, but I can say thanda thanda cool cool. In this hot summer, let's continue learning terminologies with some thanda thanda cool cool offer. That is BOGO. Buy one, get one. But at the same time, you know that on each and every item, offer is not available. Okay? So some items, some terminologies are there. Can say newly arrived, on which offers are not there. You have to learn one, okay. Learn one, okay. But there are so many in which you learn one, get another one free. Let's start with one particular matter. So many times I use a word transaction. In terminology, see, we are not going in chronological order. In textbook, sometimes they may give you first business transaction, second events, third capital, fourth drawings, fifth liabilities, and so on. What we personally believe, it is not needed because we are not going to ask you in chronological order. For you people, it is important to understand the concepts. Okay? So wherever interrelated matters are there, we are going to discuss terminologies in that particular order. Okay? But that is an assurance that each and every terminology of textbook we are going to learn from this platform. Not only that, even we are going to learn few terminologies which is not given in your textbook of 11th. Still, because it is important and related with the topic, we are going to discuss it in detail with examples. Okay? Let's start. So, first we are going to start with business transactions. Business transactions. What do we mean by business transaction? Before that, what do we mean by transaction? What do we mean by transaction? If we understand what is transaction, then it is very easy to understand what is business transaction. Because for business transaction, you can say whatever the transactions happened in business, took place in business, known as business transactions. In other words, the transactions which are directly or indirectly related with business, known as business transaction. But what is transaction? What is transaction? Say, a funny example, but still, I am having two pockets, let's say. From my one pocket, okay, in my this pocket, I am having 2,000 rupees. In this pocket, I am having 500 rupees. If I took 200 rupees from this and put it in this pocket, is it a transaction? No. So that, okay, another. If I took 200 rupees from this pocket and give it to you, is it a transaction? First, I am taking 200 rupees and putting in this pocket. Second, I am taking 200 rupees and give it to you. First one, it's not a transaction because I myself cannot do transaction with myself. Second is a transaction because I am giving something to you. Okay? Now it may be money, 200 rupees. It may be some goods. It may be some services. One of the best example, at present I am providing services to you. I am teaching you. So it is a transaction happened between me and you, the students. On the basis of this example, you can easily understand that for a transaction, we must have minimum two parties. Two parties. Here, party does not mean having pizza and all cold drinks and everything. No? Two parties means two sides. Okay? One, me, myself. Another, you, the students. When you are going to a grocery shop, and when you are going to a dairy farm, or when you are going to a restaurant, you yourself is one party, and with whom you are dealing is another. So for a transaction, we must have at least two parties. Clear? So one point is minimum two parties. Okay? Then it must have money value. We can measure in terms of money. Then and then it is called a transaction. Or else if we can't measure in terms of money, then naturally we can't write in the books of accounting. Because in accounts, digits are the first preference, first requirement. So it must be measured in terms of money. Okay? We are talking about business transactions. Clear? So on the basis of this, we can say when money, goods or services, when goods, services or money transfer, exchange from one side to another side, from one party to another party, a transaction took place. Again, when money, goods or services exchange from one party to another party, a transaction took place. It is known as a transaction. Okay? Sure? Now, if that transaction is connected with business, if that transaction is connected with business, known as business transaction. If that transaction is connected with business, known as business transaction. Again, remember the last session. Try to recall. I gave you an example that suppose I am working in a school. Obviously, for teaching service, I will get monetary reward, known as services, known as salary. Suppose I am having my own institution, teaching students. In that case, again, for providing that service of teaching students, I will get reward, fees from the students. But see, both the transactions are connected with monetary value, business transactions. But if I am teaching accountancy to my daughter at home, it will not have monetary value. So it is a transaction. Yes, it is a transaction because services exchange from me to my daughter. So it is a transaction, but cannot be measured in terms of money. So we cannot say it is a business transaction. It is not a business transaction. Okay? So for business transaction, some required conditions are goods, services or money exchange from one side to another side. First condition, it must be related with business and should have monetary value. Okay? Is it clear? If it's not related with business, though it may have monetary value, it is not a business transaction. For example, see, try to concentrate in examples I am giving, because these examples always gives you practical knowledge. You can also imagine, you can also frame such examples. Okay? Let's say I purchased a shirt from a particular showroom. Paid amount over there. Can I say money exchanged from my end to the showroom end? And goods, shirt, exchanged from showroom to me. Okay? So it is a transaction. Yes, it is a transaction. Having monetary value? Yes, having monetary value because I paid amount to them. But for me, is it a business transaction? Is this transaction related anywhere with my business? Whether I am having stationery shop, or whether I am having grocery shop, or whether I am having restaurant, or whether I am having an education institute, whatever it may be. But is it connected? I bought a shirt. Is that transaction anywhere connected with my business? No. And so, for me, it is not a business transaction. Is it okay? Sure? Now, again interesting. I bought a shirt from showroom. Now think in viewpoint of showroom. Think in viewpoint of showroom owner. Can I say they sold a shirt to me which I purchased? For them, is it a business transaction? For them, is it a business transaction? Yes. Good. Yes. Because they are doing business of selling ready-made garments. For them, it is a business transaction. Because to me or to X or to Y or even to you, they are going to sell shirts, trousers, jeans, t-shirt or whatsoever. So for them it is a business transaction. In short, you can remember very easily. First of all, what is transaction? Very simple. When money, goods or services exchange from one person, party to another person or party, it is known as transaction. Now, if that transaction is connected with business, it is known as business transaction. Otherwise, it's a transaction only. Okay? You may feel, sir, what makes difference? Whether it is a transaction only or a business transaction? Should change is See, you are new to the system in this stream, so have patience. Maja avase. શાંતિથી સાંભળવું. Try to understand properly. If you can't, you can rewind the lecture a little bit and again can play it. Okay? Still if you can't, definitely you can tick the questions, you can tick the topic, and when we meet personally, you are free to ask me the question, or even I am giving you that also, that if you are not having proper understanding, you can definitely ask me on 9426785710. On this also, you can ask me the question if you are not getting proper concepts. But have patience, try to concentrate. Everything is very easy. We were talking what is the difference about transaction and business transaction. See, business transactions are always to be recorded in the books of accounting. Business transactions are always to be recorded in the books of accounting. But the transaction which are not connected with business, should not be recorded in the books of accounting. The shirt I purchased, naturally not related with my business, with my profession. And so, in my books of accounts, I am not going to write it because it's my personal expense. Let's assume I am having an education institute. If I purchased a shirt, it's my personal expense, not my institute's expense. But if I purchased textbooks of 11th to teach my students, if I purchased a board to teach my students, in that case, see, in both the cases, I purchased a shirt or I purchased books or board. In both the cases, I paid amount. But in first case, when I purchased a shirt, I purchased it for myself. So it's my personal, not related with my business, my profession. But in second case, when I am purchasing books, when I am purchasing board, at that time, obviously, it's related with my profession. So second transaction, when I pay the amount, such transaction is known as business transaction. And while preparing books of account of my education institution, I have to write that transaction, purchase of books or purchase of board, in my books of accounts. Okay? Still, have patience, huh? Just starting a check. This is just the second lecture of your life. Yes, you may believe that you are in 11th standard, but I am strongly suggesting, requesting you that don't be overconfident. You are not in 11th, you are in first standard. Yes, because all the commerce subjects are very much new for you. Okay? These are the alphabets we can say. You are learning at present. Actual alphabets, ABCD, you learned when you are a kid. Say LKG, HKG or someone like that. So these are the alphabets. So don't go with your age, that I am 16, I am 17, I am in 11th. No. Have patience, have curiosity, create interest. The only difference is, obviously you are mature as you are in 11th, as you are of 16 or 17 years. So, show that maturity and learn the topics. Okay? Business transaction. Is there any problem with this? I think you are sure with whether this transaction is a business transaction or non-business transaction. Okay? Now in transactions, let's remove even this also. In transactions, we have two parts. One is very simple, economic transactions. Other is non-economic transactions. Okay? In business, first of all, what is economic transaction? Very simple. Economic transactions means the transaction in which monetary value is related. The transaction which can be measured in terms of money known as economic transactions. And the transactions which cannot be measured in terms of money but it is somewhere related with emotions, duty, like that, such transactions are known as non-economic transaction. Okay? Already we took one example that I am teaching to my daughter. So it's a non-economic transaction. Your mom prepared food for you, non-economic transaction. But in both the cases, I am teaching to my daughter, your mama, your elder sister prepare dinner for you. Both the case, non-economic transaction. But opposite of it, I am teaching to my students economic transactions because it can be measured in terms of money. You are going to restaurant and taking dinner. Economic transaction because it can be measured in terms of money. Okay? Economic and non-economic. Only economic transactions are to be recorded in non-economic transactions cannot be measured in terms of money and so cannot be recorded in books of accounts. Okay? So in books of accounts, we are going to record only economic transactions. Is that clear? Sure? Good. Now, let's go through a combo. First of all, is there any problem with transaction? Are you sure? Transaction, let me read fast, very quickly. Transaction, two parts, economic and non-economic. Here, only economic transactions to be recorded in books of business. What do we mean by transaction? Exchange of goods, money or services between two or more parties. Transaction. The meaning is, what do we mean by transaction? Exchange of goods, services or money between two or more Here I am using the word party instead of person. Because, let me give you an example. See, we are going to learn everything with examples. And so, we can make it interesting. Because we can frame any number of examples. You are going to join our school, our education institute. Your parents, your father paid fees. What do you think? Are you going to pay the fees to the person, the accounting person who is going to take fees from you? No, you are not paying to them. Acha. Are you paying to the owner of school? Again, no. Again, no. You are paying that fees to school. Now, school is not a living person. School is not a living person. School is an artificial person. Okay? When we are going to any mall or any showroom and buying ready-made garments, at that time we are paying to that mall, we are paying to that showroom, not to the counter person, to the accountant. Okay? And so I am writing this word, two or more parties. If I write two or more person, you may feel confused. Okay? So what do we mean by transaction? Exchange of goods or services, money between two or more parties. Having two types, economic, non-economic, only economic transactions are to be recorded in the books of accounts. Is everything clear? Sure? Okay, giving 5 seconds, 10 seconds to you people. Just go through it, note it down in your notebook properly, not like this. This is just for your detailed explanation. Okay? The same things are given in your textbook also in very much detail. But actually, through this explanation, through this detail, you can easily get the concept properly. Okay? Now let's continue with the remaining two. Yeah, yesterday I told you, last session, we started with specific transaction. But now, let's continue with BOGO offer. What do we mean by having BOGO offer? Buy one, get one free. A very important terminology. Capital. Very important terminology. What do we mean by capital? What do we mean by capital? No idea. Have you heard this word everywhere? Yes, somewhere you may have heard this word. Capital. In Gujarati we used to say mudi. Ketli mudi છે વાત. But still a strange word for thorough English medium student. So better to use capital. Let's understand what is the meaning of capital. In textual portion, what they say for capital, what they say is very easy. They are saying capital means an investment, and investment made by the owner to commence the business is known as capital. Investment made by owner to commence means to start the business is known as capital. But I would like to give you the same meaning with little bit expansion. See, it is not needed that to start the business, whatever owner brought is capital. No. What we want to say is capital means, let's start, very simple, money, goods or services, even assets. the business. Money, goods, services or assets brought by owner in the business. For what purpose? To start, to run the business, not to start the business only, to run the business smoothly, even to expand the business, Still one more topic. The monetary value, the money value of aid, here it means goods, services, etc., is known as capital. Again, you feel a little bit lengthy, but instead of going through 4 or 5 different meanings, better option to go with one only. And that too also because I wrote it in this pattern, you feel like that. If you divide it into different topics, money, goods, services or assets. First, brought by owner in the business. Who brought? Where? Second. Third, why? To start or to run the business. Monetary value of aid is known as capital. Money, goods, assets or services. First point. Second, brought by owner in the business. Third, to start, to run or to expand the business. Last, monetary value of it is known as capital. Okay? So indirectly can I say for capital, here owner is there. Here business is there. Can I say from owner to business? ઓનર પાસેથી બિઝનેસમાં જાય છે, known as capital. Okay? Opposite of it, I told you BOGO, buy one get one. This is capital. Sure? Okay? Now another word I would like to give you, that is drawings. Okay, that is drawings. There is also a terminology. Okay, what is the difference? Capital, money, goods, service, assets brought by owner in the business. To start, to run the business, the money value of it is known as capital. Drawings, again the same, money, goods, services or assets. Instead of brought, we are going to use the word used. Used by owner of business. If owner used business assets, business money, business goods for their personal purpose, the monetary value of it is known as drawings. In both the case, money, goods, services, assets. in both the case. In both the case, monetary value. The only difference is, in case of capital, from owner to business. In case of drawings, from business to owner. If business assets, if business money used by owner for personal purpose, it is known as drawings. Let me give you an example of drawings. Very, very simple. Suppose in education institute, you paid fees to me, say 10,000 rupees. Now that amount is there in my pocket. Yes. At the evening, I went to my home. After taking lectures and every formalities is over, at 7:38, I went to my home. After a week or so, my daughter's birthday is there. So with her, I went for shopping. I bought jeans and tops and other garments for her birthday, and I paid bill 4,000 rupees. Now, take care. I paid that 4,000 from my pocket. Now, what is there in my pocket? What is there in my pocket? 10,000 rupees. Which one is that? That is your fees amount. Can I say the fees I received is related with my business, my profession? So it's my business income. It's my business income. And I used it for, I used my business income. I used my business income for personal purpose. So it is known as drawings. Okay? I used my business income for my personal purpose. So that is known as drawings. Is that clear? Let's understand the same concept. Very, very important concept, capital and drawings. Let's understand the same concept with, I think you record all those things. If you don't, just rewind a little bit and go through it. Hardly it takes 2 minutes or so, but very easy for you to understand with this concept, with this example. Income and expense. Okay? And say type of terminology or transaction. Suppose business income spent for personal purpose, known as drawings. Business income used for business expense. It is a normal accounting transaction. Now, personal income, let's say, personal income used for business payment. Our personal amount we use for business, from personal to business, known as capital. personal income, if I used for personal expense, again a normal transaction. Okay? Not related with business. This is purely related with business. But these both are normal. Nothing new. Clear? You can remember in that way. If both the words are same, business, personal, then it is considered as normal one. But if from business to personal, it is known as drawings. A specific word, terminology. Yes. From personal to business, known as capital. Is that clear? We learn three important terminologies. Transaction, under that, what is economic transaction? What is non-economic transaction? What is business transaction? Then capital, in simple form, what are the things invested by owner in business to run, to start, to expand the business. Monetary value of it is known as capital. BOGO offer, buy one, get one. Owner to business, if you remember capital, reverse of it, get free, reverse of it. From business to owner, drawings याद रखवा माटे, no need to work hard. Capital याद रही गયું, make reverse of it, because capital personal to business છે. Reverse, business to personal, that is drawings. Very, very simple. Money, goods, assets or services of business used for personal purpose. Monetary value of it is known as drawings. Okay? Sure? Just remember this properly. Every now and then, badi ji jagyaye, normally we have to use this word capital. So to understand what is capital is very, very important for you people. Okay? Just try to go through the entire concept. Even this one is a good tabular format. Note it down properly, because you will not find any of this in your textbook. Nowhere you will find this. Some special matters we are going to give you. So please do go through this properly. Try to understand the concept properly, and then wait for one more interesting lecture with so many terminologies, and as usual the offer, buy one get one free. Till then, stay happy.